Hi everybody, I'm that girl goddess. I'm back again at work as always. Um, I've been hearing on the YouTube that a lot of women's upset about females professing to do their part. Well, this is what I got to say about that. 304s hate marriage. They hate to see women successful in marriage. They say a lot of men were saying on the internet that women don't speak up. And the reason we don't speak up is because you men don't listen. Y'all don't use common sense. Why would you talk to somebody who's telling you to take them out to dinner and spend about $500 and you really don't even know them? And then bring their friends on dates for you to waste your money. Okay, but let me say it here. As a wife, whatever bill need to be made, if he just don't want to make it by himself or can't afford to, because I would never ask my husband to work 2 jobs to take care of me and I'm sitting on my behind. Okay? No. I'm going to pay my portion. Sometimes you have to pay above, so I will be setting aside a nest egg. Because we have to live. And I want my spouse to enjoy a good lifestyle as well. Not just me, I'm not selfish. I love my husband. I'm going to do those things. I'm going to make sure he's happy, content, is happy spouse, happy house. Okay? God didn't call us as wives to sit on our behind. He gave an example in the Bible, the Proverbs 31 woman. That's who I am. Even if you at home sitting down, you're supposed to be praying over your children, teaching them the word of God, praying over your husband while he's out there doing intercessory prayer, praying for his success, his victory, breaking witchcraft curses. If you are a wife, okay, you can fast 12 hours during the day before he even get home, have his dinner ready, prepared. You're supposed to fix his plate first. You're supposed to honor your husband, then the children. All that other stuff, the enemy's kingdom, the world's kingdom is always going to do stuff backwards. Just like men, why would you invest in a woman you're not married to? If she chooses to be single, then she be single. If you agree to pay for some, then just like most 304s or prostitutes, you don't have a relationship with them. They're not faithful to you. Chris Brown says these hoes ain't loyal. They ain't supposed to be. They 304s. Make it make sense. I'm glad he figured it out and told the world. Then y'all listen to me and listen to Kevin Samuels. I said Samuel. Kevin Samuels. He was good in a lot of his teaching, but some stuff he just went too far. A woman's age has nothing to do with the quality of a woman. Okay? A lot of older men, you can't put down to I'm 50 years old, I'm 60, 70, 80 years old, I'm looking for a 25-year-old. Now, is there some 25-year-olds who want to be with an older man? Yes, a whole lot of them. A whole lot of them. That's what, if it wasn't, it wouldn't be no sugar daddies, okay? And some women genuinely, because when I was coming up, I didn't want no young man. I didn't want no man my age. Because for me and my situation, what I had to carry was really, really heavy. Because when parents don't do their job and you take on responsibility that's not yours, you're looking for something different. I wasn't just looking to go to the movies and this, and this, but I got married early. Okay? Did my part. I wanted to keep my marriage. I didn't want to get married and, nowadays these people are so untrustworthy, you have to have a prenup. I just tell people, look, I would move out of the state if I was a man, if the court was to say everything you had before you got married, that you should just give to any female. Because she divorcing you, give her half. And she ain't worked or did anything in the marriage. If a woman was, and it's just like me, you meet men, and as soon as you get with them, they'll quit their job and say the boss was doing this, this, and this, have no income, and don't refuse to find a job. You know what I do in those situations? I would save up, move out, leave him right where he's at, and divorce. And it's like, no, once he lost a job, we lost everything. He go his way, I go mine. That wasn't our arrangement. Had a job to this point, we lost everything. If you stayed in the place, my family, having to come to court, they helped me to sustain myself and leave. Don't stay in a situation of a bum, a person who don't want nothing, just want to make it off you like they a child. If you got to take care of a grown adult like they a child, you're being a parent. Parents do not be intimate with their children. Okay, always keep things in divine order. Sugar daddy is perversion. Whenever you say daddy or mama, you're not supposed to be intimate with that. Now, if they want to turn around and say, well, I want to be a main provider in your life, that's one thing. It's okay. You can agree to it. That's what you want to do. I don't have no problem with it. But it's not for me, because I'm looking for quality. I'm looking for a husband. I ain't looking for him right now because I'm married. But I'm going to make sure my husband eat. I'm going to cook. I'm going to clean the house. Okay? I'm going to go to work. I'm going to pay bills. I'm going to go out and do some yard work. When he can't, or when I have some free time and he's not available, I'm going to do 100% for my household, because I want my household to stand 100%. But I will not be a slave to a man. I'm doing everything, he's doing nothing. Now, he got to do his part too. He got to put in his 100%. You know, and after bills paid, he can get him a nest egg, or, you know, he can set some money aside in the bank account to himself, just like I set aside a portion of mine and save. Okay? I'm going to give him a beautiful Valentine's Day, sweetest day, and just like he going to give me one. I'm going to celebrate his birthday, the holidays with him. I'll make sure he's straight. And then we get to the point that we couldn't afford a holiday, we can have a beautiful moments together. Everything is not about money. Walking through the park, a good picnic, romantic picnics in the house, special time. You do what you can. You're not trying to buy somebody. You just invested in that person. And investment don't mean money. It could mean a hot, warm meal, making sure his bath water is ran. I'm not like these mamas, oh, he can run his own bath. That's Bonquisha. Leave Bonquisha right there. She ain't no one you supposed to invest in. She go buy $1,000 wig or pay somebody to put some glue around the perimeter of her head so she can wear a wig to look fake, to be something she's not. Okay? For you to spend $500 on a dinner. Make it make sense. But I'm going to tell you, I don't get it, because I look at you men, y'all must be idiots. I ain't nowhere in the world I spend $500 on somebody's dinner that never invested in me and ain't no more than a trick. I'm not going to do it. It's foolishness. It's a lot of good women out here, but they deal with a lot of bad men. They pick wrong. I tell people, one, I have God guide me when I was talking to people. I went on a few dates and stuff, and I tell people most of the time the men wanted to invest and take me special places. I never requested. I said, well, wherever you pick. I had dates that I don't go Dutch. Either if I turn around and say, well, look, come on, let's go out. I'll pay for it. I tell you my budget, you tell me your budget, we go. Okay? That's all I can tell anybody. It's like I just get up and I go. I'm supposed to invest in my spouse. If we're dating, Okay, we can go Dutch sometime. But I just turn around and say, when you're getting to know one another, you safeguard each other. And then it's foolish. Why would a woman of intelligence go out on a dinner, bring a bunch of friends, and tell you to pay for them? She's stupid in the beginning. Your friends should have their own date. Have you ever heard of the term double dating? She have who she want to go out with. Y'all go to safeguard each other. Y'all meet up at the same place. Y'all, they pay for their foods, however they decided. Y'all pay for y'all food, however y'all decided. But for a man to stand there and say, I'm finna be a fool and pay for my girl's friend's food because she told them and then told them they ain't got to spend no money. That's foolishness. If she wanted her girl to come, it's foolish to bring. She should, first of all, you shouldn't go out on some date with somebody you can't trust. Okay? You should go somewhere open. Okay? You drive your car, he drive his. Or you Uber. If you can't trust each other, you're just getting to know one another. Why can't y'all just meet up at the movie theater or taking a movie, taking a dinner, Because I'm one of them people who don't believe. Until you get to know, I don't believe in sitting in some man's car I don't know nothing about. Going somewhere and he driving me. He can just sit down at the car, pull a gun out, and you finna do this. It has to be some level of trust established between us for me to want to be in your car vehicle and just go to a strange place wherever you want to take me, And I'm warning young girls, don't do that. You have your transportation. You meet up at a place. Do it during the day. So people can see you. And you leave. I don't care if you take a bus back home. Take a cab back home. Take an Uber back home. Take a Lyft back home. Okay. You have to safeguard yourself. Because we have predators out here nowadays. We had them back in the day. They're not as prevalent back then as they is now. That's because most of society have an ill way of thinking. They want something for nothing. They want to do all these rituals and sacrifices. They want have us pimp mentalities, the 304 mentality. When you're dealing with those type of mentality that's demonic, the stuff is not going to make sense. I tell these men, I wouldn't even give energy to speaking on a lot of the stuff that they do. The wisest thing you can do, you see them, you date a female and she bring a bunch of friends, you say in the beginning of the date, who paying for their food? Oh, okay, let's end this right here. I'm not trying to get to know them. If you don't feel comfortable, we'll make plans another way. We can hang out. We can go Dutch. We can go to a coffee shop, have a sandwich over coffee. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. You're getting to know one another. A lot of men meet these IG people, models, and social media models. I know a whole lot of guys who met up with them and got robbed. Okay? I seen a whole lot of females doing this, and the guy came over and beat the dog crap out of them. Y'all better be careful out here in these streets. I also gonna say, I don't think women are ashamed of saying what type of woman they are and how they will invest in a relationship. And they're not afraid because some 304, someone who have low vibing ideals and mentality say, oh, that's a pick me. Ain't no pick me. I'm stating who I am. If you can go online and date, then you mean to tell me I can't get online and say who I am? I don't have to get online. I just tell them, and you meet people, listen to that conversation. But a lot of you men is too busy trying to clap the cheeks. Okay? When you stop doing some perverted, sick stuff like that from strange people, you wouldn't have to deal with the strange woman the Bible talks about that is forward with a man. You know, she's pursuing him. And when you be intimate with her, you deal with all the death and destruction and curses. Her path leads to death and destruction. You got to make up your mind, who are you? And a lot of you men, y'all just predators. Y'all doing the strange man do the same thing. His path leads to death and destruction and curses. He ain't coming to be right. He's going to make excuses later on not to function. But sometimes you go into prayer, you better trust your intuition. You better trust what God is telling you. You can listen to a person's conversation less 5-10 minutes and you know, There's no profit in laying up with someone who's foul. That's just another notch on your belt full of demons that you have to get rid of. A lot of men, you meet women, they got all these kids, everybody talking about the internet woman, she got all 7 kids and $3,000 on the EBT, and I know women like that. I tell you in a minute, all them different days, I tell you, I said, look, let me explain something to you. She purposely kept the men out of her children's life because that's the way she wanted to live. Why deal with a low-vibing woman? It ain't nothing to say about, that's a doggone shame. You need to change. She's not long she gonna give up, but it's gonna be a day come, all the children gonna be grown. I mean, she pregnant now. She trying to do another 20 years, but the system gonna require her to get a job. And that's gonna be a change. Because the kids are getting older. She got teenagers. The next 3, 4, 5 years, it's gonna be a difference. It's a lot of states now, when they give you something, they gonna cap it off at 4 children. They will tell mandatory go to work. There's a lot of changes coming because we as taxpayers give out 26% of our income to lazy, trifling people who want something for nothing. We're asking the government now, make a change. We shouldn't be taking care of people who don't want to work, who don't want to be a real parent. They get old and then you give them this fake Social Security that can't really pay for nothing, and then they go into subsidizing. They work in the system their whole life. It should be a cap off on how many years you can just strictly live off the system. If they say 7 years, okay, then say they can't go back for another 7 years. Make them go out here and function. They're not grateful for nothing. They're just takers. Takers will take the rest of their lives if you let them. You have to set boundaries. The government got to set boundaries. I hate to say it because I know there's a lot of females out here. They done had a whole bunch of children. These men ain't trying to invest in a woman with a bunch of children and all them different daddies, and you got to fight with the daddies or pick up all the financial responsibility. They don't know who the daddy is, don't care, don't try, because they're going to get something for nothing. Look for people that when they had the first child, they learned. I can even say if they had a couple children, because some people been in a serious relationship, had 3 children within the relationship, wasn't married, but then that guy's paying child support. Okay, you have to listen to the situation. He's paying child support, so why would I be upset if I was to meet somebody and things are in order? You don't go into a relationship. I see so many people, the person less than a year, you having a baby. Why are you having a baby by someone that hasn't been establishing things with you for more than 2 years? First of all, you can't buy a home together if you're not married. Don't none of this make sense. It's all about choices. Making better choices. These people, Generation say, oh, our parents didn't teach us nothing. Y'all didn't listen. We cried out umpteen times. Then some stuff is common sense. You bump your head once, why you gonna bump it 7 to 8 more times? With something foolish. You can't put your trust in the government. You put your trust in God. Okay? You can't even put your trust in a man or a woman until God has confirmed them. I'm just saying, I'm not a know-it-all, but I have common sense. I have wisdom. If you've seen another past generation, you got 3 and 4 generations of people that truly never had a job and a bunch of babies. You know there's something wrong with that. Because you know when you had a child, and when you make a decision to have a child, you should have a source of income. Man and woman. All these STDs out here and stuff you can't get rid of, and you being unprotected. That's foolishness. Then you got 60 and 70% people with the major HIV and herpes and all that kind of crazy stuff, STDs. I'm not saying these things and saying about intimacy because I'm here teaching. I'm here laying down some wisdom. This is for teaching purposes. You need to make better choices. I want to see society get better. I want to see America become great. Okay? Not the laughing stock of most countries. They look at America and be like, oh my God, them people is just crazy. And I know because I'm foreign born. And I know what they say. They say America's a disgrace. You have a lot of foreigners coming here and they get all these grants, these benefits, but the government don't invest in their own people. You go to their country, I guarantee you, you cannot get 75% of what they get when they come here. People's upset with Trump sending them home. He should send them home. Their country sent a bunch of criminals here, so they come in, their country don't have to deal with it, but they want America to deal with their problems. Wrong answer. You can't send our criminals to other countries. We have to deal with it. So I'm going to say, first of all, he needs to send them home. You need to invest in Americans. Americans that worked in this country, they losing their jobs, they homeless. We have a homelessness crisis. Then they're going to say homelessness is illegal. So they want to put these people behind bars. And then the burden on us hard working folks again. Because for some reason, rich folks don't have to pay taxes. And they got the money to pay it. And that's backwards. They need to pay taxes too. And trust me, when they start paying taxes, I guarantee you, these people going to get a job. Okay? People saying all these people are homeless. Yeah, that's God's judgment. Fornication. Are you fornicating? Part of his judgment. I'm not laughing. It's sad. It's sad when you got the Most High and you disrespect him to the point that he starts swinging. And you know you out of order and don't want to change. Okay? I've been saying since I've been coming up, I always had to work 2 and 3 jobs. Okay? Even when my husband got sick, I had to carry the weight. And I tell everybody, look, I'm going to explain something to you. I knew I had them children. I did what a mother's supposed to do. I got married. I did what a wife's supposed to do. When I wasn't married, I did what a single woman's supposed to do. Okay? You want to own a home? Get a job? 2 jobs. Set aside a down payment. Pay off your debt. Go get one. You can get homes that's in foreclosure. You ain't got to go get a $200,000 home. You ain't got to do all of that. People on the internet talking about, I don't want to own a home. No, you don't want to own that $300,000 home because of the expenses it comes with the maintenance. Okay, and what shape it was in when you purchased it, and you got a lot to invest in that home. They knew to sell it because they knew they didn't want to invest in that. Okay, and we bump our heads. I This lady lied so bad when I bought this property. Oh my God. But I'm gonna make sure I take care of it. You live in some states that talking about a 30-year mortgage, like in California. I'm not spending 30 years to buy a home. There's a lot of people who sell homes and rent to own. They just want to get rid of their property. Okay. I buy one, I have a home, I'm upgrading it. I can know when I go forward, I can not only sell the home, but I can refinance the home. Go to where I want to be, getting a 10 years of my life to invest in a home and other things. But that don't mean, I gotta go be bound to some things. It's all about the jobs you want to do, how many streams of income you want. Be a go-getter if you want that lifestyle. Don't sell your soul. Be blessed. Serve God. He says, seek him in his righteousness and all other things will be added on, and trust me, it will. I believe in miracles. You won't ever have me sitting around talking about, there ain't no God, because you talking about you sitting under Satan. Satan ain't only came to kill, steal, and destroy. He ain't blessing nobody. He's trying to destroy your future. I'm not the one, But if you men, I'm not afraid to say that I invest in my spouse. I'm not afraid to say that I'm going to be fair within a relationship. Okay, because if I didn't get married, if I wanted to date somebody that share my values, then I'm still going to I'm going to make sure my life is straight. I'm going to handle my business. I'm just saying that. I'm that girl goddess. I want y'all to hit the like, the subscribe button, share it, spread this knowledge. Men, keep your head up. Change your perspective of what you choosing and choose better. I want to see y'all happy too. Have a foundation. Bye.